Bees. My name is Johnny B, and you're watching John Crumb News. Today he's going to be talking about Hawaii, which I think is some type of island somewhere in the middle of Lake Michigan. Alright guys, my name is John Crump. If you don't know who I am an investigative journalist with MLN News, the best damn news site on the planet where I investigate the ATF, FBI, and agencies and organizations that want to violate your God-given and constitutionally protected right to bear arms. I'm also a gun rights advocate with GOA, Gun Owners of America, Washington, D.C.'s only no-compromise gun lobby. That was my phone. And I am not going to do any breaks here because I got to get on my live show within a few minutes. So I'm just going to get this video out there. I didn't expect to do a new video. And F you guys for getting me to 100 likes last time. That sucks. Now I got to go flying with Flying Rich. And so at 150 likes, actually, let's make it 5 likes. If I get to 5 likes, I will punch Rich in the face. Punch Rich in the face with 5 likes. At 175 likes, I will give him a hug. There you go. 5 likes, I'll punch him in the face. 175 likes, I'll give him a hug. 200 likes, I will do both next time I see him. All right. So today's story, and it's going to be really quick, is about the Hawaii case. There was a case in Hawaii where a couple gentlemen, and I'm going to really mispronounce these names because Hawaiians have like 18,000 vowels and no consonants in their spelling of their names. But these two gentlemen sued the state of Hawaii. The case is Ukateki versus Connors. All right. It's about the Hawaiian gun registration and firearms permit law. Okay. So let's explain the firearms permit law and everything because they're suing Hawaii and Honolulu. On Oahu, whatever, you have to apply in person for a firearms permit. You have to do that in person at the Honolulu Police Department. Depending on where you are on the island, it can take you a couple hours to get there, depending on traffic. So you go apply. Then you go home. 14 days later, you have to go in person to pick up your permit. Then you got to go get a gun. Then once you get your gun, you got to bring it back to the Honolulu Police Department to register that gun. Crazy, right? Well, here's the even crazier part. They're only open Monday through Fridays, excluding holidays, from 7:45 a.m. to 3 p.m., which means a lot of people work during those times, and most people will have to take off like 3 days of work to buy a firearm. Well, these two gentlemen said, hey, look, that is really, really burdensome on gun owners. And it looks like a district judge will be agreeing with them. He announced today that he's going to be penning an injunction against the Hawaiian laws. So the Aloha State will get a little bit freer. All right, so the Hawaiian judge agreed with the men, and he's going to grant their motion for summary judgment. It's the motion for summary judgment entirely while dismissing the state's motion for summary judgment completely. The ruling will strike down the provisions in the state's firearms permitting statutes, which is a good thing, right? He did give the state an opportunity to enter in what's called consent decree negotiations. Basically, if you think back to the Philadelphia case with FPC, the city entered into a consent decree negotiations to better their time on issuing license to carry permits. The city of Philadelphia said because of COVID, they shut down their gun permit unit, so they couldn't issue any permits. So they started issuing permits again because FPC sued them, and they entered into a consent decree negotiation with them. If the state chooses not to enter into a consent decree negotiation, which is crazy because the law is so far out of the box, not even liberal judges are going to agree with them, they can appeal to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, the United States Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, but they're going to roll the dice there. If they lose, they can lose everything. By entering into a consent decree, they can limit the damage to their laws. They can say, hey, we'll make it one visit, whatnot, or we'll expand hours. depending on what the plaintiffs are willing to accept. If they can't come to an agreement, it's either it's knocked down or the appeal to the Ninth Circuit. So it's a very, very good thing for 2A. We won here, and it looks like we're going to win. Most legal experts think they're going to enter into the consent decree. For full disclosure, Stephen Stamboli is the attorney for these guys. If you don't know, Stephen Stamboli happens to be one of my attorneys. He represented me in a couple of FOIA request cases. I haven't had any contact with Stephen about this case, but yeah, just so you guys know. I did try to get a comment from him, but he wouldn't give me a comment. The state attorneys wouldn't give me a comment. But yeah, it's a really good thing. All right, I gotta go do my live show over at John Crump Live, where we talk to really interesting people. I also have Patreon. If you like what I do here, check out my Patreon. And a story on Emlyn should be appearing shortly. With that, stay ever free, stay ever vigilant, stay in the fight. I'm out. Peace.